Yeah. What? Understand I got a lot on my mind, a lot on my chest. That's why.
What's going on, everybody? Lord Jones with Midnight Comics, and welcome to another indie breakdown episode where we break down your favorite indie comic book characters, stats, powers, and abilities, and get them prepared for an indie versus matchup. We have another awesome guest, another person from the Konkret camp. Let's go ahead and bring him to the stage. What's going on, boss?
What's up?
Nothing much, man. So tell us. Well, of course, first your name, and then of course all the character that you're bringing to the indie versus or indie breakdown rather today.
Okay, well, my name is Lyle Ringold, and the character I'm bringing to the indie comic verse breakdown is Tevin Fields is the Watchman. So just
okay,
the Watchman, but I got to say the whole title. Yeah.
The whole title. So okay. Briefly, can you?
None of my books over here. I was gonna show it. Oh well.
Well, we see the shirt. We see the shirt. You still repping?
Yeah, you got. I had to put the shirt on. Yeah.
So take us through the beginning really quick before we dive into his his powers, abilities, and all that, and all his canon feats. What was kind of the inspiration? If you could tell us briefly, what was the inspiration behind the character?
Yeah. See, this question always gets me because the Watchman wasn't even the first character that I had even done.
Mm-hmm.
Like had even created. Like I had literally had like other characters created first, but when I was trying to figure out what to write first to present to Lonzo and Konkret, I was just getting stuck on it. But then when I created this character, it just like clicked. Like for some reason, it just started flowing. I was like, this gonna be my canon character, the one that I start my flagship character, the one that I start everything off with. It's gonna be the Watchman, probably because it's street and gritty, and then like stuff in the story is kind of like real life. It's not all fake. Like it's like it has literally like people from my life in the story. It has aspects from my life in the story. So I guess that's probably why it just came together so easily, and then just started writing it. It started flowing. I was like, bam, Watchman, there it is.
Okay.
So yeah. Like it wasn't my first character.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, of course we'll pivot back to Watchmen. What was your first character?
First character is actually the first guy I ever had designed and everything is Aeromancer. That's actually the first character. He's basically so you got like Percy Jackson and all of them. So he's basically like a demigod half-blood type hero character. So it deals that storyline and everything deals with like the bloodlines from like types of gods and everything. Lowercase g, but yeah, mythology based type. And like this one right here, he's the brother of Aeromancer. Also, that character is my brother. So like I said, most of my story they all pull from my life. But yeah, like that's Velocity. So he's that character. He's the Aeromancer's brother.
Okay, I like that. Okay. So nope. Back to Watchmen, but I am curious to know more about this.
Oh, we can still talk about it later.
Okay. So with Watchmen, take us through. What is Watchman's power set? What all can he do?
Okay. Let me clear the record straight for everybody. So the Watchman, the Watchman is not just human, and no, he is not superhuman. He's enhanced. Now, y'all be like, oh, so he's basically Captain America mixed with Nightwing. Nah, technically he's like Captain America, Wolverine, Nightwing, Daredevil, a little bit of like Thunderbird, I would say, like all in one.
Okay.
So yeah, so like he has enhanced strength, but his enhanced strength is higher than Captain America's and Black Panther. He's kind of almost like he most likely almost to Spider-Man type strength. So he's almost on that level. He has enhanced speed, enhanced senses, and the enhanced senses part, that's where it comes from, like Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Thunderbird and Daredevil. That's where his enhanced senses come from. So like he could see farther than that average human. He could hear farther. All his senses like dialed up to like 1,000. And then he can heal. Also, where Wolverine comes in, he can heal. He has a healing factor, but he can't regenerate. So like, if something gets cut off, it's gone. But like he could get shot and then he'll be fine. Like, so it's literally like hard to kill him unless you chop this man's head off. He ain't going nowhere. Like, he gonna be here. That's why people be like, oh, So could beat him. I'm like, bro, he can bounce back like that. Like he can bounce back. People don't know how fast or how slow, or they don't know like how long it would take for him to bounce back. But also that goes to the degree of damage inflicted on him.
Okay.
Like, let's say a grenade hit this man. It might take him a minute to recover if a grenade hit this man. It'll take him a minute.
Okay. So, I remember in the past, right, months ago, when we were in the Battle Realm in the Konkret Discord talking about Watchman versus Absolver. And one of the main points, which we won't spoil a particular event that took place in issue 1, but one of the jokes was CJ from San Andreas is dropping the Watchman because of a certain event that took place in issue 1, right, with the gunshots and all that other stuff. So you just kind of cleared the air with that.
Yeah.
Watchmen as it stands now is surviving grenades. He's surviving the gunshots and stuff like that. The healing factor is going to do that. Now, if he lost a limb, just to clarify, if he lost an arm, he's not growing the arm back.
Yeah, he's not growing back.
This healing factor could essentially potentially prevent him from, say, bleeding out.
Yeah.
Got you.
Like, it'll basically cauterize the wounds.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm not saying like, oh, so like I say a nuke, like it depends on like where the explosion would be and everything, like you too close, a limb could fall off. Now if his head pops off, he gone.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
And like, but like even like real life, like vets and everything, they get like they'll be in a blast radius or something and then just get injured like that. Like he can.
So the first thing came to mind is like, so we saw that scene in like Cap 1, right? When he's still in boot camp and they toss that fake grenade and he jumps on top of it to make sure everybody else is straight. Hypothetically, Watchman jumps in on a grenade like that.
He a grenade like that. Yeah, that grenade ain't gonna, those grenades ain't that damage inflicting, honestly. Like,
okay. I'm taking notes for obviously when we do the actual breakdown of your character and stuff like that. But okay. So like, yeah, I feel like even myself after reading it, I definitely downplayed his durability for sure. Because
I just don't. I know what you say too, because I don't always like harp on like, oh, he's durable. I don't feel like I need to say that because the man can heal. Obviously, he's durable,
right?
If he can heal, like. But I'm not saying like he's like Luke Cage. Like Luke Cage just can't.
Right.
Like,
he's not impenetrable, but he can. Take a lot
he's
of
like
damage
durable. He can take the damage. That's what people don't get. Just because I don't talk about every single aspect. I'm not trying to spoil everything. You just gonna have to keep reading through the issues, and it's just gonna be like, oh, surprise, Papa! Like in the next issue, this man could be like in the whole explosion and just walk out unscathed.
Okay. So my next question, of course, we do see. And this isn't necessarily spoilers because we see it on the front cover. He's fighting a character by the name of Vel, who is at very least comparable to the Watchman in strength. Right. So with these two fighting on a comparable level, and you see him, he had what wasn't necessarily a spear, but like that metal pipe or what have you like that. Is it if somebody is of comparable strength and is fighting with a weapon, they're able to cut him because it's based on their strength?
Yes.
Or okay, just wanted to verify.
And that's another thing that people weren't getting. Like Vale isn't a human either. He's
and
he's also enhanced. They're literally related. First of all, he's also enhanced. He's another super enhanced individual. Like, of course, he can go through the Watchman.
Okay,
like he can go through the Watchman. Like,
because that was another one of the points that we were joking about in Absolver versus Watchman. Again, this took place in the Battle Realm inside of Konkret Comics Discord. So join that if you guys have anybody that's listening and watching. But
I remember that.
It was one of those things where we was like, oh, everybody's getting dropped by metal pipes. Like, I don't need a special weapon to take them out.
Right. I'm like, okay. And that's why I just let people talk.
Yeah. And so like it's interesting that like, let's say if I'm trying to fight the Watchman, regular guy, I don't have the force behind me to be able to pierce through his durable enhanced body. Right, but Vel did because he has the extra strength to actually do so, is what I'm gathering at this point.
Yeah,
got you. Which is a far cry. Sorry, Joel, bringing up Absolver here, but that wasn't the case against Repevelin. Repevelin is just a regular guy that has had some training, from my understanding. So, in regards to durability, kind of rehashing that conversation, in regards to that durability in that instance of that fight, we're saying Watchman definitely has a heavier kind of durability in that case.
Exactly. Yeah. Like a regular person can't just. A regular person ain't gonna be able to like poke a hole through this, man. They don't have the strength behind it. You know, they don't got the strength to just be like, oh, let me stab this man. No.
Right. Okay. So now tell me this really quick. So we kind of talked on the durability and stuff like that. Tell me about his strength, right? I mean, I know we saw them hitting people through brick walls and stuff like that, and even being able to tank those type of attacks. But what's kind of the upper limits? What's the base of Watchman? What's Watchman's base essentially? And then what's Watchman like? Balls to the wall. It's go time. What's his strength levels at?
I would say his base. I would say his base. So like it hasn't been shown yet, but the man he can lift cars. Like he'll toss a car at somebody. Like he'll toss that thing. But like his strength is so like, and this is what I would say. Like with his strength, it's not a max yet. I'm pretty sure I will get to the part where I develop his max, but right now it's not a max yet because, like I said, he was born with his serum inside of his blood. So it's like it's a muscle as well. So as he gets stronger physically, his strength enhances as well, so he can keep getting stronger.
Okay.
And that's why I always say, oh, they try to compare to Captain America and Black Panther. They both one got injected and one took herbs. He's naturally stronger because it's his strength, and
they don't get any stronger. They don't get any stronger.
They have a base level. He doesn't. Like he can literally, if he bulks up a little more, like he'll be able to lift more, do more, inflict even more damage as he keeps continuing to work out and enhance himself physically.
Okay. Now, talk to me about his training, right? We know he was in the military prior to, and we do see him doing plenty of acrobatics and stuff like that. Can you dive into kind of how he got to the point that he's in? Again, for those listening and watching stuff like that, that may not have had the opportunity to check it out.
So he was already trained. So as a kid, he was he was the bad kid. So as a kid, naturally, even though it all wasn't shown in book one, because I made it like little snapshots basically of his past. But as a kid, he was already very agile. As a kid, he was already agile. So he was able. What do they call it? Like parkour. He was already able to do parkour as a child. Like he was already doing that stuff. Like they saw the scene where he was chasing the original Watchman. Like he was hopping over, he was running up.
Yeah,
and down,
he was going in
behind them. Yeah, and then and then when the Watchman found him and took him in, finally adopted obviously his son. Took him back now since he was helping him out. His dad trained him already. So his dad already knew fighting styles and everything. So he was being trained from a young boy all the way up to adult, all the way up to 18, where he goes to the military for even more advanced training in like strategy, weapons, even more fighting skills he was probably able to learn. But he probably didn't need that because his dad taught him everything with the fighting part. But obviously, you got combat in the military. So that training is going to they're going to see a backstory. Yeah, and then they're gonna see another. There's gonna be more backstories to that, like his time away from the military. There's gonna be more backstories with that, showing what he was doing while he was there.
Okay, and
it's gonna show it's really gonna show, like through every issue, is gonna literally bring forth to light when his enhanced abilities started coming up. Because at first they weren't. It was like puberty, so it's like at a certain point it finally hit him. At first, he didn't have it at first because his body wasn't mature enough yet. So once his body got to a certain age, that's when his abilities started coming forth.
Okay. So, so durability. We talked about the agile because he was already agile. He was already doing what he needed to do, able to keep up with OG Watchmen, then trained by OG Watchmen, and then joined the military for additional training. And now, of course, obviously taking up the mantle and going out. How long has he been the Watchman at this point at the end of issue 2?
So at the end of issue 2, I would say probably like a couple months.
Okay. Months in. But of course, not to negate. And I guess the other question I had for you, how many years did he have?
No, I'd say a couple months at that point. Because like issue 1 is really like skips. I don't like do everything like, oh, this day, and then the next day, or next week. It's a gap. Yeah.
And then training with OG Watchmen, he had a good several years.
Yeah, he was like literally a child until he got to like 18. He was probably I forgot what age I don't even know if I set the age, but he was definitely I'd say like grammar school or junior high.
Okay.
He wasn't even at high school yet. Like he
Oh
wasn't.
wow.
He wasn't
Safe to
high
say,
school yet. He was probably like 10.
Oh, okay, noted. I was going to say probably the closer end of like 8 to 10 years of training with OG
Yeah,
Watchman at that
exactly.
point.
Like, so he was an expert before he even got into the military.
And then
His
how long
dad
in
just
the
never
military?
let him go out. You know, his dad just never let him go out. In the military, he was only in there for what I believe 6 years. So I'm pretty sure I did it the same way how long I was in there. So yeah, I would say 6
Okay.
years. Yeah,
6 years of military. Ooh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem. Now tell me
trying
about
to tell people they be sleeping on my man. I'm like, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see
a matchup that I want to see.
Let me get
And this
Deja
might
Vu.
be low hanging fruit, but a
Deja
matchup
Vu.
I want to see is Deja Vu versus Watchmen. Right now,
Here's the thing with Deja Vu though that Jari irritates me. It irritates me with Jari. Oh, he can see the moves coming.
but can he keep up with the moves?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, he's in the hand. I'm like, you can always see it come. Don't mean you ain't gonna get caught.
Right, and that's always the issue.
And then when you get caught with one, he's strong. You're gonna get caught by the wrong hook.
Right.
I'm gonna lay you out.
Yeah, that's always the issue with precog characters. It's like I can see it coming, but am I strong enough to withstand it? Am I fast enough to get out the way of it? That's a tough one. Hold on.
Because even the Flash, like the Flash is fast. He can see stuff coming. He still gets hit.
Plenty. One
the
scene
Green Arrow even shot him with arrows. Like, come on now. Like, that doesn't mean anything because you see it coming.
What are we doing?
Exactly.
Why is your rogues gallery even still around?
Exactly.
How are you having trouble with Captain Cold?
Yeah, so it's like, oh, just because you can see it or slow it down, that don't mean nothing. You can always get caught. Right. There's strategies to everything, and he's strategical because of the military.
See,
come on now, like he literally has
that
all
real world battle kind of thing. One of the things, and again, if we're just talking about this particular type of matchup, sure, you know, he's trained, right? But he's just now having to actually deal with threats. He's just now having to figure out how to deal with somebody attacking his home, his folks. How do you
literally
issue
he's
one
just
is
getting his feet wet, and then it's like people wanted me to like jump out the gate with this man. Like they wanted in issue 1 him fighting like some Hulk sized character. Why would I start off a story like that? It's called character development. I'm developing my character. Like he gonna start off regular, you know, he getting his feet wet. Issue 2 come out. He never faced some like issue 1. He was fighting like normal people. He was letting them like he was letting them like wrap a chain around him. He's playful in that way. He's like sarcastic. He's like, oh, I'm gonna let you think you got me. No, you can hit me. He could take a punch regardless. He could take y'all punches.
Right. Yeah, they're not in
but and then they're like, oh, if you got saying, why wasn't he able to knock them through walls? He's not a murderer. Right. He's not just gonna outright punch a human through a wall. He's not about to use full strength. He gonna hold back against regular people. Then you got issue 2.
A very nuanced understanding then of how powerful he is.
Yeah, and that's gonna be brought into the backstory as well. Like I'm gonna always have a back. It's like I'm doing it sort of like how the Arrowverse did there, like Green Arrow did theirs. Like, you know, they would have like the past showing. Like it's gonna be like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next question for you. Of course, with him being enhanced, let's talk about his speed, reactionary and of course attacking speed. Right. How fast is the Watchman?
I never said a line. He's not the Flash speed. So, but like he's faster, basically. So you saw Captain America and Black Panther that they was running next to each other.
Yes,
he faster than that.
Okay.
Like I said, as he trains, he gets stronger faster because he was built with the serum. So as he gets faster, he's already enhanced. So that multiplies it. Okay. So like he up there at speed, but like if he was racing like the Flash, he'll lose. But if he was racing like Cap and Black Panther, he'll definitely beat them. So he's above their speed. He's blowing them out the water, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
So and his reactionary speed, like he could dodge, like he literally dodges. He can dodge bullets. He's fast enough to dodge a bullet. That's just his reaction time. But he don't always need to dodge it. He could take the bullets, so he can get shot.
Enough. Because I was going to get to that point because Black Bolt was one of the characters in the previous season, in season 1. And there was a scene in his book in particular where, some folks were getting ready to shoot at a crowd, and the person shot the gun, bullet is already out, and that's when he reacted and looked and saw it coming out, and managed to be able to run down, get in the way, and then deflect it all in that instant. So,
Okay.
Speed wise, would Watchman be able to do something of that nature? Perception wise, we could agree that Watchman's able to see it, but would he be able to get down there in time to stop it from hitting somebody?
Depending on where he is.
Okay.
It's the distance. Because like I said, he's not super speed, but he's fast. So let's say like, he's like seeing someone. Let's say like, okay, like it's a one-on-one type thing or something, right? Let's say he's in front of me right now. Like I'm Watchman. This Mike is the person, probably like a few feet back or whatever. That gun go off, but he can dodge it, or he can just catch that thing.
Okay.
He'll grab that thing out the air, like, all right, relax, throw this away. Like, but like if he like a few yards, if he's some yards.
Away,
yeah. He could now. What he can do is throw an object there to get to it. He could throw his baton and slap that and fling it away. He can deflect it.
But he can toss something. Okay.
Yeah, he'll always be like, let's say someone's firing a crowd, like he can toss something in front of their way or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, this is good. This is good. So we've talked about speed, we talked about durability, we've talked about strength, and we've talked about fighting prowess. Let's and we've talked about his years of experience in the game. Now, is Watchman, what weapons does he use? I know we see the two like eskrima sticks. Is that what I'm gathering from that?
Yeah, they double as a bow staff. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what all weapons is he proficient with? And I guess the last thing is, what all gadgets is he bringing? Tell me about his suit and his gadgets. That'll be it. Yeah.
Okay, as you know, he got an upgraded suit, right? And here's the thing with the suit, like from issue 1, that was the original suit, but during issue 1, as we were writing it, I had another suit made, but issue 1 was already being drawn, so I couldn't just start over. I was like, man, I gotta use it now. Because it's like it was cool, but I didn't really like the issue. It was like I felt like it was like too bulky. He wasn't gonna be able to be agile enough in it because it was like armory, too much like armor type. Like you could tell from like the kneecaps and like the shoulder. I was like, too bulky. So I made it slimmer, as you can see in issue 2. That's his new suit, and you'll be able to see the backstory. Where he got the new suit from. Like that's gonna be shown too. It's gonna be a backstory to how he got that new suit, and then the new suit is like he's more flexible in there. He's more agile. Like he can, he could wiggle around a little better in that. And then it's like Kevlar too, so like to withhold damage and everything. So
not only does he have additional durability and all of that, he's also suited with Kevlar suit. Got you.
So it's gonna be pretty hard to penetrate this, man, unless you're literally like super strong.
Sheesh. Okay. And the Kevlar suit is obviously it's tanking your standard armament, right? Your pistols and stuff like that. And now the gadgets. Does he have any additional gadgets that he's utilizing? We have the staff, we have the eskrima sticks, which basically connects to make that staff. What does he have? Any other gadgets that he utilizes
at the moment,
or
at the moment he does not. Now I thought stop, Aria, get out. Now I thought about doing it, but Aria, okay. I thought about doing it, but I was like, nah, because he's like, no, he's enhanced. Like, do I need to? Like, he got all these like abilities. It's like I don't want to take away from his abilities and give him all these weapons. I just always like the bow staff aspect.
Okay.
So I was like, let me give him a little stick. He could do some damage, like bash somebody's head in with the stick or something, shove it through somebody's chest maybe one time,
Okay.
But nah, so far, like that's the only guy. I mean, he'll have he got his little besides the communication device to talk to this guy in the chair. He had that. He had that. Oh no, he has I put this in my mini. So like he has like these bees where you can throw in there, it'll be like a little flashbang or whatever. You won't see him get away and everything,
Okay.
This little like distraction type. It's not like weaponry, but like little. He'll have like little stuff. Like he ain't got no like batter or anything or grappling hook to fire. Okay. But like he got a bike that he stole that's gonna get enhanced. So he got that. Like he stole the bike. We all saw that in issue 1. Yeah,
he said no cutting corners around that.
He stole the bike. Like he took that. but it's gonna be enhanced. The bike's gonna get enhanced though. So yeah.
Okay.
So
now is he gonna do that? Is he doing that, or is the guy in the chair gonna be doing it?
Guy in the chair.
Okay. Now he doesn't go into battle essentially without his guy in the chair, essentially, right?
Oh, he does. You mean you said going to battle?
Well, yeah, like so essentially when he goes,
he was in battle the first time without him. He's gonna be in battle without him. Probably, I'm thinking about he's gonna be in battle without him for the next issue too. So the guy in the chair is like in the hospital. So
yeah, well, I mean, like on the regular. So from
when he heals, he will have him. Yeah, when he heals,
yeah.
He'll have him. Everyone know that. I ain't gonna let that man die. Not really a spoiler. Why would I bring him in to kill him? I ain't gonna bring him in to kill him.
Oh man. No, but when he comes back, he's going to be a very integral part of the team. He's just basically going to be like, here's the intel on this guy, here's what this person could do, type thing. Like he always has somebody that's
he's very involved. He's very involved with Tevin. He's very involved with Tevin. Like they're practically brothers.
Okay. I think that's everything. This is good. I'm in here. I'm plotting. Of course, at the moment, mostly I'm looking at the season 1 characters, but season 2 at the moment consists of Luna, Odina, Pinpoint, and Evora Lee. Pinpoint, I think Watchman's dropping Pinpoint. Pinpoint doesn't have any superpowers. He's a military guy. He's a weapons expert. Watchman is pretty much he's very experienced with weapons, of course, with his time in the military and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of armament that he's particularly good with that he spent time cultivating or working on in his time in the military, or he's just kind of familiar with it?
He's familiar with those. He's familiar with almost every weapon. He's just more hands-on. He's more hands-on. Like, but he's definitely an expert with the bow staff, with the sticks.
Okay, familiar with firearms, but not necessarily a weapon.
Like he won't
type guy.
That's not like he won't just pull out guns and start like shooting people. But like, let's say someone's up there, he can disarm it, break it apart real quick.
I see.
Out of their hand, like he can disarm someone real quick.
Okay. Stupid. So yeah, season 2, I think Watchman's taking out Pinpoint. Evora Lee, he would probably be up there with, because again, he's enhancing that normal person, so that would be a really good fight. And then we'll dive in from there. But no, this is good. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can pick up their copies of Watchmen issue 1 and 2.
So they can get copies of Watchmen issue 1 and 2 on KonkretComics.com. You can get that. Obviously, you can just type that in, or you can grab the link from the bio in my Instagram at the Watchmen series, or my Facebook. Just go to Lyle Ringold. Pretty sure you can find it somewhere on that Facebook. You could go to the Watchmen page on Facebook. It's obviously there. And just type in Konkret Comics, or just type in Watchmen. Tevin Fields is a Watchman on Google. Trust me, it pops up.
Okay. Dude, thank you for coming on, and everybody that's listening, definitely check them out. Please, I say listening, but also watching, of course. And of course, we're Midnight Comics. Definitely check us out. We're Midnight X Comics everywhere except for Facebook and YouTube. And definitely, this has been another awesome indie breakdown episode. This is it. This is episode 5 of season 2. We are moving right along with this, so definitely excited about all the things that's to come. Definitely check us out on Patreon, because that's how you're going to be able to see. Of course, those of you listen on Spotify, you want to definitely check it out, because it's better to watch. Right. We'll have some different stuff up so you guys can see more about the character and all that other good stuff. And just continue tuning in and enjoying this. We'll have a character breakdown for the Watchmen here real soon. And remember, until next time, everybody, midnight is coming.